Today we are changing brakes, Lincoln Aviator 5. It's old model. This is basically what we're doing today. We already took the tires off. This is basically the driver's side, front driver's side. So that's the first one we're doing first. In the back here we have two bolts, one here, one at the bottom. That's basically holding the caliper. Okay, so once we remove the top bolt and the bottom bolt right in the back, somewhere down there, so we're just gonna go ahead and pry that open. Then we're just gonna examine the pads. You can see through here the pads is not that bad. So we already got the new one. It's the new one. This is what the new one looks like. I got a 14mm socket that fit right there with my bolt, so just pop that up, loose that up, and at the bottom go ahead do the same thing. Was once you get them loose, okay, you go ahead and take them off, and you do the same thing with the top. Alright, now what I like to do, I like to put a plastic bag underneath this thing right here, so in case if I'm spraying brake fluid, you know, if I'm cleaning anything, so I don't dirty my concrete as far as my floor. Even though if it happens, I'm gonna have to clean it, but I like to do that. You don't have to use plastic as far as being specific. You can use anything. If you have container or anything that can catch brake fluid, or you know, if you're gonna use it, just go ahead and use it. Another thing I like to do is so I can prevent from bleeding the brakes after I'm done with the brakes, so I just go ahead and pop my brake cap off and then just place it on the side. So when I'm depressing the caliper, so my brake fluid would actually overflow, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be overflow. Okay, so once I'm done with the brakes, so I can come back here and fill that up, so I don't have to bleed each tires as far as each brakes. So for instance, if I'm doing the front tires, so I'm gonna have pretty much have to bleed, if I'm not mistaken, the front brakes, which is the passenger and the driver's side. But I'm pretty much sure some people bleed, even though if they do in the front brakes, they bleed all the four brakes, which is the front and the back. But I'm pretty sure you can just bleed the front only if you are working just in front. To basically bleed your brake, this is your bleeder right here. If you take that little bolt, unscrew it, this is how you bleed your brakes. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna take that off. So that's the main reason why I showed you up here. You take that cap off, and once you decompress the caliper cup, okay, and your brake fluid will push back through the reservoir and it will just overflow. Once it overflow, yeah, you're gonna lose some brake fluid, but make sure before you start doing that you have enough brake fluid, as far as you have brake fluid that you already bought. So make sure you bought brake fluid before you do that job, because you're gonna lose brake fluid when if you use that technique. So pretty much what I do, just I get a small pry bar and then just pry the caliper away from the brakes pad and the rotor, kind of separate like that. If you can see, my brake pad is not that bad. I mean, I changed them prior to last year, and this is how thick my brake pad is. And you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and take them off and see how thick they are. So I don't think they need to be changed. If you look at the brake pads, they look barely brand new, but it's not that bad. I mean, look at how thick it is. Okay, from here to there. You can look at from here to there. It's not that bad at all. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything back together. So we're not gonna worry about the brake pads as far as the front. We're gonna go ahead and worry about the back ones. We're gonna go ahead and decompress the caliper cup, because basically what we had to do, we had to take the caliper off just to make sure that the brake pads was actually good. We didn't want to guess, we want to make sure they're good. So we went ahead and take the caliper off, and we realized that the brake pads are real good. So we have the tools to basically decompress the caliper cup. So we got all these little round tools right here. So you find the one that's basically forward, like fit the caliper right here. So all you do, insert that. Let me fix that up and I come back to you. So basically, that's the way you fix it. Then what you keep doing, you just one hand holding the inside and the other hand just keep turning this part right there until this part from the inside, which is the plate, is pushing against that part from outside, and the end of this part is pushing the caliper cup inside, just like I did with this one. See how I flush? So you want that to be just like that. So basically, this is what you're gonna get. Okay, see how flush it is, just like that. So basically, all you do is just keep turning this. Alright, now if I mean to take it out, they just turn it clockwise. Alright, and then this whole thing come out just like that. And this is what you get. So by the way, the finishing stove brake caliper with the brake pads. Put everything back together. This is the top bolt and the bottom bolt. So